Yes, I'm Peggy Ann Childers, and I moved into an apartment. Um, it's a one bedroom here in Vinton, Virginia. It's 502 South Pollard Street in Vinton, and I put a lot of background on YouTube and Facebook. What's happened to me is political. So I'm just going to show you. I'm 77 years old. I can hardly walk. And I'm going to show you this. I went ahead and paid rent um, 2 days ago here for a month, and intend to stay if I can. And it left me no money for food. You have to hear what's being done to me before you can maybe understand, or just the fact I'm 77 years old. I ran in a political campaign in '83 as part of it, and was flown out to Larry Flint's, who helped me in that campaign. The campaign was Larry McDonald, U.S. Congressman, doctor, and I had previously told the truth about some things about him, and then the plane went down with him on it in '83. So I haven't seen Mr. Flint since, but I wanted to mention that was one of the things, political things involved. And I've been literally kept homeless. Now I want to show you what I have in my refrigerator. I had just a little dish of vegetables for breakfast yesterday. Now I have to go till I get, I'm on a budget, very low income. I get a check around the 1st. There's nothing in here but a couple sticks of butter. I was so glad to get a refrigerator so maybe I could buy in bulk and save, and a stove, and now there's nothing. I would starve because I've tried to get help with food. So I just want to show you this. I do have coffee, excuse me, and that's a piece of an onion, and that's some prune juice. And this is a butter, partial. So there's nothing there to eat. There's nothing up here. The only thing here is some jelly that I'll have for breakfast, at least part of it. And this is a medicine if for elderly, quite frankly, if you're constipated, magnesium. So you sure don't drink that unless you have to. Coffee filters. Do have the little coffee I showed you, but I got to go a month, and that's it. Now then, I got half of this left. I used half of it yesterday. That's all I had, the little bit of dish of vegetables for breakfast, and that half of that box, and a small tomato paste can that I mixed, and part of the onion. That's all I have to eat. I have no money, because when I came here on the 4th, I gave every penny to pay for a month rent, and that would get me through after I got a check. If I tried paying by the week, it's much more, and I would have paid for a couple of weeks, and I would have been out in the street again. No place to go, and it's cold here. So I also called LOA, League of Older Women. They're supposed to help you. Now, a couple of times in the past, this past year, they did help me with a couple, well, maybe about 4, I believe, rides, cab rides to the doctor, but they do this for everybody, and they have Meals on Wheels and everything that I've been denied, and they say because they don't listen to the reason, because they don't want to, but they already know it around here, but that I have to have a lease. Well, this doesn't have a lease, but I paid a month, and I intend to stay if I can, but I need food, so they can't help me with anything, and I have to pay them now for some reason. After the about 4 trips back in the summer to the doctor, to the store, and to get medicine, that's been it. And So I wanted to put that down, and I put where I am because I've called. I don't have a ride. Number one, they shut down. I'd have to reapply for radar. They say I moved out of the county or, into another zone. And so right at the moment, that's all I have is LOA, League of Older Americans, that will help me if I pay them $5 a trip, and that's limited. And I can't go to the store because I don't have money. That was the whole point. I called them, and I've called the pantries, and I've called everybody. And I don't have anywhere to go, and I can't get out and put on a backpack now and go out and track down food or run up to the Appalachian Trail and stay up there to have a place to be. And in the spring, I used to hunt down raspberries when you could find them. And I'm not going to go into that now. Okay. So until I've got enough money to get my medicine, and I'll tell you what my medicine is. It's inflammation, medicine for inflammation. For joint damage and inflammations caused by, I'm allergic to chemicals. I have an immune disorder that if I'm subjected to toxic fumes in a close quarter, in essence forced to breathe it like where you live, you either, if it's not corrected, you either suffer the damage it causes your body organs, your kidneys, your lungs, etc., or you leave. So this is how I've been bounced around, because this is political. Now, you would think if you heard about Roanoke, Virginia, believe me, there's more to all this. But if the media won't touch it, and I'll just leave it at that. But I guess that's all I'm going to say right now. The media knows all about it, and if you hear about Roanoke, especially if you watch television, I've been here since '86, and it's been rough. I didn't commit a crime. And if you heard about Roanoke, you'd hear about all the festivals, how they invite other cultures in. I mean, they have a feast every weekend here in this town. It's really something. And I watch. I've never been invited. I don't have any food. I have 2 pair of pants right at the moment, and one of them has the back out because I sit on sap from a tree. And I'm going to leave it there because people have lived a good life here, and they don't care about me. I told the truth, and I backed it up on YouTube and Facebook. And I'm sitting here telling you the truth. Now I've got to somehow exist until next month when I get a small check. I'm on a small budget income. And I don't know, do you think I can make it? Could you?